In a previous video where I was prepping to scrape the popcorn off my ceiling and bring it into this Millennia, I removed the light bezels and register vents. We threw out the old light bezels because we'll be replacing those with LED lights. However, I didn't throw out the old register vents even though some of them were in rough shape. They had some rust spots and were painted over with what looked like a paint roller. In any case, the cost of new register vents can add up pretty quickly, so we decided to paint them. We bought 1 can of white Rust-Oleum primer and 2 cans of white Rust-Oleum enamel spray paint for the final coat. After all, spray paint is cheaper than buying new vents. Stick around until the end of the video and I'll let you know how much it would have cost to replace all the vents. In the meantime, enjoy the process of restoring these vents. This is one of the register vents that I'll paint. It's not too bad, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little bit of like overspray from I don't know what. We'll go ahead and put a light sanding on these and then we'll prime them and paint them. Call it good. We're going to use 220 grit. 220. So there's a little bit of rust in here. Maybe you'll be able to see that, like right there. Ah, they stink. They stink like old lady perfume. Whoever lived in this house before us, whew, she has a nasty perfume. It seems like every remodel project we've done, we've just stirred up that old stink. This is one of those things. All right, so there's still a little bit of rust spots right in there. Not sure if you can see those, but they'll cover with paint. There's a whole bunch of schmutz in there. That's a technical term for you don't know what it is, but there's stuff in there. Sometimes you gotta switch and go with the 120 because that's pretty rough still. I don't know what that is. There's 4 more to do these. I'll spare you the process of sitting and watching all this because it's pretty tedious and yeah. So we'll come back when they're all sanded and we'll start the priming process. It says any angle spray. We'll see if that's accurate. Yeah, so far we're off to a good start. This is a risky move right here. I'm actually gonna do this. Forget that comfort thing. There. It stops rust, so we won't have to worry about that. This was the worst one. This is the one that's like probably 11 feet in the air. I feel like they painted over it with a roller. After all the sanding, priming, and painting, the vents turned out much better than when we took them off the ceiling, especially considering you'll be standing looking up at them from 8 to 10 feet off the ground. In the end, I ended up restoring 8 register vents in the following sizes. 5 were 12 inches by 6 inches, 2 were 8 inches by 4 inches, 1 was 10 inches by 6 inches, and 1 was 14 inches by 6 inches. The vents in our house are 3-way vents, meaning they divert the airflow in 3 directions. So in order to replace all the vents, the cost breakdown is as follows, using today's prices from Lowe's and Home Depot's website. First, the Home Depot prices. One 12-inch by 6-inch vent costs $10.68. One 8-inch by 4-inch vent costs $16.95 each. One 10-inch by 6-inch vent costs $11.98, and one 14-inch by 6-inch costs $10.68. If you total all of that up, it comes out to $109.96. Again, those are Home Depot prices. Next, here are the Lowe's prices for the same vents. One 12-inch by 6-inch vent is $14.88. One 8-inch by 4-inch vent is $11.98. One 10-inch by 6-inch vent is $13.88. And one 14-inch by 6-inch vent is $16.98, for a grand total of $129.22. The spray paint, which I bought from Home Depot, cost us $20.44. All told, we saved $89.52 by painting the vents rather than buying new from Home Depot, and $108.78 over buying new from Lowe's. The interesting thing about Home Depot and Lowe's nearest to me is that they're across the street from each other. This is definitely a convenience that I will miss once we start homesteading in our new location.